Hello everyone, this is Talanos and you are watching The Chronicles of Odd Park, Day 19. Yes, the daily log of the trials and tribulations of the town of Odd Park, from the game Die2Nite, where we fight off zombies every single night. Taking a look at the Gazette for Day 19, you can see that we had 2,116 zombies try to get through our defenses, now at 2,778. No deaths from that, no zombies got in. Replenishment in the south. As you know, that is a totally free, totally soloable area, so free for anyone to go there. And another day with no deaths in town, so glad we're finally over that hump, and hopefully we still have a few more days left together in this town. A few days ago, I showed you that our northeast area with the heavy zombies in it is pretty much the last area with any replenished zones in it. So since we had northeast replenishment, we decided to take a big group out there to try and get as many of those zones depleted as quickly as possible. You can see here is the total list of people we had going with us that day. We took so many people just so that we could go one search and move on without having to stay there for any auto searches to happen. And we got all but one or two of the squares depleted right away, so that was good. We brought back a lot of good stuff. Speaking of stuff, it's time for another edition of
Today's Haul.
I brought back a food ration in the form of those Chinese noodles. Then the object that really made the whole trip worthwhile for me, that trestle, that heavy defensive item worth 8 defensive points to our town. Followed by 3 twisted planks. We've been using a lot of those as we've been upgrading our homes from hovels to houses. And then a vodka, which, as you know, can give you 6 AP in addition to the AP you get from eating and drinking and drugs. We continued work on the Great Rebuild. I don't have the status here, but we should finish that tomorrow on day 20. We did not build the water turrets, so we once again upgraded the Great Pit since it's the safe bet for defense. Since we're once again on the subject of upgrade paths, I wanted to take some time to answer a question I got from the YouTubes from Dark Charmander, who asks, "Hey, I'm wondering why you are not voting for your workshop so you can spend more AP each day." Well, that's a good question. In my earlier towns, in fact, the one that went to day 24, we thought the workshop was good, and we upgraded it to its max. It does help reduce the cost of all your buildings, which is good. But as you can see, so far we have not upgraded at all, and it's taken us, a few days to make these mega projects, but we don't really have that much left, so we've paced it out pretty well. I think as long as you don't have any spikes, you won't really need the workshop. I'd also like to answer another question that I got, because I think it's a good one. From Stupid Mind Factory, he asks, "Can you get hero time without paying money?" I think a lot of people are interested to know all the ways you can get hero time. Basically, there are 3 main ways, which I'm going to talk about here, and that's in addition to any Die2Nite contests or anything like that are going on that are, maybe more seasonal. These you can do at any time. The first way is, of course, to buy your hero time. I recommend doing this if you enjoy the game and are getting something out of it. As a fellow game developer, you should always support your devs. So make sure that you do buy some if you're having fun, if you can manage it. Remember that the hero days are only used when you play, which is a really nice feature. So if you buy a month, you can use 2 weeks and then take 3 months off and then come back and you'll still have 2 more weeks left. So I think that they've designed the system pretty well, and I would not hesitate at all to say that you should spend money to buy hero time. I've bought several months already, and I'm sure I'll buy some more. So now for the more interesting 2, the ways that you can get hero time without having to pay for any. You can get it by getting the last man standing distinction, which you can see Bethy D has one on her soul. And I believe it starts at 5 days. Your town has to last that long before you can get any time. And you'll get free hero time for that. And it caps out at 10 total days. So depending on how far you go, you'll get at most 10. And this is, one of the best ways to get it. If there are 3 people left in your town on the last day and you all die, you each have a 33% chance of getting the time. So it's split evenly between the number of players. It doesn't really matter how much defense you have or anything like that. It's just what your chances are. So if it's 10 people left, you have 1 in 10. So, try to be the last person left in town and you'll get some free hero time. The third way to get hero time is to be a sponsor. So when people sign up, there's a sponsor field and they can enter your username in there. If you go to the description of my videos, you can see that my sponsorship info is in the link there. So if someone signs up from that, they become one of your sponsored players. Now, when they buy hero time, they have to buy it. They can't earn it. They give you 20% of the time that they bought in free hero days. So you can see that a few people have signed up and bought hero time, and I get a small percentage of that. So that's the third way that you can get hero time, and the second way you can do it without having to pay for it. Thanks for that question. I hope I gave you guys a good overview of how you can get hero time in the game. If you do enjoy the game and you have the money, I hope you will buy some hero time just to try it out and support the devs who, created this game that you're having so much fun playing. And I will in the future go into a little more detail about what exactly you get for buying this hero time and what's it good for. But for now, let's go back to the town. The last thing I wanted to cover here was our predictor, and you can see the attacks for today and tomorrow are both going to be under our defensive limits, but it's getting up there. We're not going to be able to add too much more to our base defense here, so I think in the next few days we're going to have some attacks that'll really push the limits of our town's defense, so stay tuned for that for sure. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you to Dark Charmander and Stupid Mind Factory for asking those questions. Hopefully I answered those well for you. And as always, leave your comments, questions, and tips below, and I'll try to get to those in the next video. Also, make sure to subscribe so you can see how long we last and get updates on when future videos come out. And I'll see you guys on day 20.